Of course, it's 2021, and what would 2021 be without pinball machines going bonkers in pricing? I mean, hell, everything else is, but man, it's come across my email and a few text messages that there has been some Mandalorian LEs that are starting to change hands on the third-party market, and I've heard, and I have one confirmed that has gone as high as $16,000, and I've heard unconfirmed reports of 17,000. Now, it's of course it's always up for debate whether or not these pins are actually worth that. In my opinion, they're only going to be worth as much as somebody willing to pay for it. Myself, I'm not anywhere near comfortable paying for a pinball machine above $10,000, no matter who it is. I'm barely even comfortable paying like $5,000, $6,000, however much it is for a pro. Hell, I'm not even comfortable paying $500 for an EM in most instances. But the pricing though, it has gotten out of control, and we're not even talking about whether it's from distributors or whether it's from third-party market. I mean, this is just everything in general. It is just a feeding frenzy out there, and we knew that this was going to happen. I predicted it was going to happen. Many other podcasters have predicted it was going to happen. You probably predicted it was going to happen. I mean, it's Mandalorian. It's the biggest release that I can remember from the past several years, and this has to be one of the biggest pinball releases of all time, pretty much, at least for Stern. It has to be. There's no doubt about it. And when you just look over here at the prices that are on Pinside right now, or just the for sale, we've got several right now that are going up for, what is it, 11.9, we got a 14.9, we got a 15.7 OBO, we got 16,000 OBO, we have 16,000 sell pending OBO, 11.9. The cheapest on here is $11,900 this game. Man, there's a lot of people that are wanting it, and we have not even seen this game flipped yet. Now, of course, we did see some of the features and some of the things, so we have an idea of what we are going to see, but it's still unclear how will this game actually flip, as Stern hasn't even shown us really how this flips in a full game setting, and we're not due to see it still for over a week from today, I believe, on Dead Flip's channel, which in this case, man, with so much money riding on the line, I think that this could be the most important pinball stream of all time. I'll just come out and say it probably is the most important pinball stream, just because these games have already sold, but there's a lot of people that are banking on this game to shoot like butter, to look incredible. There's so much riding on this stream. There really is, especially when we look at prices like this, when we see how high this ceiling has gotten. And I mean, guys, I don't know. Where does pinball go from here? I know we started questioning prices here just last month when $30,000 pinball machines from Jersey Jack, their Pirates, when it started selling for that, and we saw Guns N' Roses shooting up to 18, 20,000 for the CEs. Where does pinball go? We've seen that toppers have just skyrocketed. Used games have skyrocketed. EMs, it's not uncommon anymore to see an EM for over $1,000, sometimes upwards of $1,500 for really nice models. I've even seen some for over $2,000. This is an expensive hobby to be in. If you're brand new to the hobby, welcome. You've come to the apex. You're literally here at the very top of the mountain, and who knows, maybe we might stack some more stuff up and we might even go higher, especially with the next one coming out. But man, it's just crazy. You go through these, and here we go. So we got a new unboxed Mando LE reserve spot, 17.9 or 11.9, excuse me. There's one right here. Let's see, Mandalorian LE. These sold out instantly, and we have one left coming mid-June, confirmed, up for grabs. We are an authorized Stern dealer, and game will ship direct from Stern. So this is actually a dealer's price, $14.9. Now, I'm not so sure that that will move today, but if that's still available by Christmas time, it would not surprise me one bit. It would not surprise me at all if somebody got in for MSRP today and they played it, or you played it, and then you decide to sell it around Christmas time. You'll probably make a couple $1,000. That would not shock me at all, assuming the stream goes pretty well. So let's see here. I have a Mandalorian LE paid in full, and it will be shipped directly to me from Stern. The game can be picked up in Las Vegas, Nevada after it arrives, cash or wire transfer only. So, there you guys go. Just go to Las Vegas, play some slots, hope you hit it big, and then, buy you a pinball machine. That's a good option right there. All right, so we got a $16,000 one. Mandalorian limited edition up for sale. I was one that paid over sticker because this was a must-have. Situation has changed, and my fiance's parents are backing out of financing our wedding, and I have no choice but to let this go. Well, hey, here's an easy way to do it. Just put that game on location, charge $10 for coin drop. Boom, there you go. Wedding paid for. We got this down. Man, I'm giving out free advice today. So 16,000 oboe. I have a Mandalorian LE paid in full from a local dealer. So I wonder, and that one's sell pending. Oh my gosh, that one's sell pending. We're rocking and rolling. So let's see here. Nashville, machine reserved, $1,000 deposit that he no longer needs. You're bidding on the opportunity to take my place and purchase directly from the distributor for the MSRP of $9,200. You pay me $3,700, but you get my $1,000, net $2,700 to you. According your local cost will be $11,900 plus tax. Ooh, okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. Like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm a huge Mandalorian fan. And I'm also a fan of money. I'm a pinball fan also. Even for me, these prices are starting to make my head really spin. They really are. And I'm very curious to see where this goes. Now, I know that the general feeling from most people, I won't say it's half and half. I know a lot of people, I've heard the term price gouging. I've heard, words like that. I've heard greed. For me, I like the market to do what it does. If somebody's willing to pay that price, by all means, go pay that price. If somebody's like me and we're not willing to pay that price, hey, the market will speak. If those games sit, they sit. If they sell, they sell. That's the way it's always been. And I'm not going to necessarily fault somebody for trying to sell it. But even me, I got to be 100. I'll be 100 with you guys. If I had an LE spot and I didn't even have the game with me and somebody comes up and says, Travis, here's a $7,000 check and I'll just take this game off your hands. Like, here's an extra $7,000. I would have a hard time saying, no, guys, how do I go to my wife and say, hey, I turned down $7,000, but I have this pinball machine. She would probably kick my ass out of the house. Let's just call a spade, guys. So, man, incredible. This is incredible. So a big stream coming up here in just a little over a week. And that'll tell. I mean, it's going to be really interesting. This is almost like cryptocurrency. We're seeing this in real time to where these prices, they've gone up. They've gone up. Are they going to stay there? What happens if this game turns out to shoot fantastic? What happens if the code ends up being fantastic? What happens if the assets and the sound and everything really comes together to make a sweet ass package? What happens then? Does that mean that these prices hold steady or even go up a little bit more? Does that mean the market just gets flooded with more on for sale, people trying to flip? But then what happens if it underwhelms? What happens if it doesn't shoot well? Do these go down in price? That's a very possible thing. And I think a lot is riding on that stream next week, more so than any other stream. I think in the history of pinball, this is really going to be telling. I'm very curious to see what happens to the market after that. And we've got a week. So there's this window right here that, to me, if you're not on the list or you're not in line for a Mandalorian LE and you really, really want one, I would probably have to say I would recommend to hold steady. I would recommend to wait until after the stream. I would recommend that. Just in case, if it doesn't shoot well, these prices are going to come down a little bit, and you'll be able to get in on one for a little bit cheaper than what you're seeing. I think you might even be able to get in on one maybe around 10.5. I think it'll still be above sticker price, no doubt, but there's a chance that you could see more flood the market, because who knows, maybe somebody that's in on an LE sees that it doesn't shoot well, they decide they don't want it anymore. That's possible. So I'd say just hold steady. Worst comes to worst, even if it does shoot great, which would be great for all of us anyways. But I'm saying if you're wanting an LE and it shoots great and those prices start going up, I'm willing to bet you'll probably still be able to find one for 11.5 range. I'm willing to bet the house on that. So we'll see what happens. A little over a week to go. What do you guys think? Price is crazy, right?